but that's alright.
Oh my god!
Yo guys, what is up? Max here on Borderlands video, and today we're talking about when we will see Borderlands 4. With new tales launched, Wonderlands seemingly on the back burner, the next big thing that I'm assuming we'll see from Gearbox is Borderlands 4, as Randy himself has tweeted out that they're working on the next big one back all the way in 2021. In this video, we're going to look at some clues, some earnings calls, some different stuff, and just kind of talk about what we're expecting from Borderlands 4 and approximately when we'll see it. Everything in this video is speculation based off of some things that I've found. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So to start us off, we've got the Embracer Group's earning call transcript from Q3 of 2022. Now, if you did not know, Embracer Group purchased Gearbox, or merged with them, acquired them for $1.3 billion in 2021, and part of the price of and their purchase, they're going to want to know what Gearbox has in the pipeline, what they're working on, what their potential earnings are going to be in the future from Gearbox. And so this paragraph states that Gearbox has very ambitious plans for the future. Looking into their pipeline, they are having a slate of 10 AAA titles in the pipeline currently planned for release until March 2026. Now, this seems crazy, but since the purchase of Gearbox in 2021, we've already seen them put out Wonderlands way faster than like it was really quick from Borderlands 3's director's cut, which was the last DLC for Borderlands 3 to Wonderlands. It was like actually blazing fast. And then right after Wonderlands, just a few months later, we've got new tales from the Borderlands. So it seems like Gearbox is going to be putting out more games quickly, as they've got 10 AAA titles that they plan on launching until March 2026, which is crazy. Now, the next part of this is they stated the journey as part of the Embracer Group to use the platform for expanding through marketing and acquisitions. So during the quarter, they announced the acquisition of the Western operations of Perfect World Entertainment, the publishers of highly successful MMO game Star Trek Online and then Winter Nights Online, as well as Remnant, that are developed by Gunfire, one of the studios within THQ Nordic and Torchlight's. Also within Perfect World, they have one studio called Cryptic that is one of the rare handful of Western studios that is experienced in launching new MMOs. The last part of this is very interesting because Gearbox has made huge strides in acquiring publishers that publish MMO games or work on MMO games. It specifically says experience launching new MMOs. Now, we know that Gearbox/2K is interested in a Borderlands MMO. In fact, there already existed a Borderlands MMO. It was published by 2K Games/2K China, developed by Shanda. It was launched exclusively in China and then was shut down in 2014. It didn't do very well, but clearly there is an interest in a Borderlands MMO. I think a Borderlands MMO would be incredible. I think the game has like the perfect kind of format and world for that, as well as all the different guns and stats. Like, they could really do something with that. Now, my kind of curiosity about this is, are we going to see a Borderlands MMO as its own title, or with all of these acquisitions of publishers and studios that work on more online focused games, is Gearbox going to be transitioning Borderlands 4 into a more online launch, such as like a Destiny game or a Division game where there's more social aspects and more of a shared world? Borderlands hasn't had like too much innovation in it, so the real question for me is Borderlands 4 going to take big strides to innovate and like expand on what the formula already is, or stick with the classic Borderlands formula that we know, with locally saved data and like more of an offline experience that you can have? I'm very curious, but it does seem like we could be getting a Borderlands MMO. That would honestly be amazing to me. Now, whether that bleeds into a Borderlands 4 or stays very separate is kind of what I'm curious about. Next up, we get to talk about this tweet from Randy Pitchford. This was back in 2021 when rumors of like Wonderlands were kind of just surfacing. He said, "I'm told of rumors that Gearbox is assisting or co-developing another Borderlands game or a new spin-off game. These rumors are not accurate. Gearbox is lead dev of any future games in the Borderlands franchise or any Borderlands adjacent games with no co-development." This Borderlands adjacent game was directly Wonderlands, and he says, more, we are definitely working on some amazing stuff that I hope will surprise and delight you. Once again, referencing Wonderlands, plug, if anyone out there has skills to pay the bills and wants to get in on some Borderlands action, we're working on the big one. So this is directly separating Wonderlands from Borderlands and says that they're working on the big one. Now, this was back in 2021. The reason I point this out is because it seems like Wonderlands was more of a COVID game, or a game that was developed during COVID. It was released, it did really well, phenomenal game, didn't receive the post-launch support that Borderlands games have received, such as Borderlands 2 or Borderlands 3, in terms of the amount of content and effort that was put into the post-launch support. And this, in fact, confirms basically that they're working on Borderlands 4 before Wonderlands even came out. They probably started working on Borderlands 4 maybe a little bit after a year after Borderlands 3 launched. We'll see. But with the rate that they've been pumping out games, the fact that they're always hiring, I always see Gearbox employees or Gearbox asking for new hires, hiring for a ton of different positions, and the fact that they've received a big injection of money from Embracer Group, plus are acquiring new studios, I think the turnaround from Borderlands 3 to Borderlands 4 is going to be way faster than Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, for example. If I had to make a guess, I would think, if I had to make a guess or a bet, and once again, this is pure speculation, I bet we see Borderlands 4 in 2024. With the rate that Gearbox has been pumping out games, the big injection of money from Embracer Group, the fact that they're always hiring, they're always getting new hires, new positions are opening up, they're expanding rapidly. I think we're going to see a way faster turnaround from Borderlands 3 to Borderlands 4 than, for example, that we saw from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, which was quite a while, especially with the 2026 10 AAA titles. If I had to guess, I think we see Borderlands 4 by 2024. Maybe that's a little too soon. We'll see. Maybe 2025, but I think 2024 is honestly a safe guess. I don't think we'll see it in 2023, but they've got the Borderlands movie in the works. They've got possibly a Borderlands style MMO. My real kind of question / curiosity once again is, if they are working on a Borderlands MMO, are kind of online aspects of that going to bleed into a Borderlands 4? And my question for y'all is, would you want to see a Borderlands 4 that innovates on it and moves to more of an online game, such as a Warframe, such as a Destiny 2, such as a Division? So many of these looter shooters that are coming out are part of this always online kind of shared space looter shooter variation. Kind of Diablo 4 is pushing into that, and Borderlands has always been inspired by Diablo, the first Descendant. New looter shooters on the market are going for this more online play. I think Borderlands separates itself from other looter shooters by not being that online game, being that locally saved, that kind of couch co-op split screen experience that makes it Borderlands. But even with Wonderlands and Borderlands 3, we've seen kind of a little bit of a shift away from the super big focus of co-op play, as co-op experiences just haven't been quite as there, at least from what I've heard from people that play co-op. So we'll see. Would you guys want to see more online features, more innovation on Borderlands 4? Do you want it to stay kind of the formula that it currently is? That's going to be it for the video. I will leave all of my sources down in the bottom. This was just a pure for fun speculative video. I don't want anyone to take this too seriously, but I do want to start having some conversations about Borderlands 4, because it seems like that might be the next game that we get, and I cannot wait for it, and I cannot wait to see what Gearbox does with it. I will catch y'all in the next one, guys. Take care. Peace.
I was putting